finally come out here. What the heck? What are you doing? What's going on?
Oh, hey, well, so while you were on your Zoom call, I got a notice from our La Crosse weather station that the water sensor in our wet bay showed wet.
That's not good.
That's not good.
That's never good.
We bought the La Crosse weather station because it came with an optional water sensor, and you can add up to 3 or 4 water sensors. So if you haven't seen that video yet, we'll put a link to it up here. We have a water sensor behind our wet bay, back behind this wall. So the first thing I did was look under the rig. I don't see any visible water dripping from anywhere under the rig. I immediately pulled everything out, and I did under a couple totes. There was some moisture. It looked like condensation. We've had some humid days. We've also had a lot of rain, and the humidity in the air has been very high. It didn't look like it was dripping from anywhere. It just kind of looked like condensation that had gathered from the high humidity. So I pulled this wall off. I'm about ready to dig in behind there. I've got my lights, flashlight, work light, and I'm about to jump behind there and see what's actually going on. Okay guys, I'm here in our wet bay. I pulled the panel off. I've got my lights. You can see it's pretty dark back there. I'm gonna work my way around. Let's get some light. Let's get some light on the subject here. I don't see, so down here is our black tank. This is our pipe coming from our toilet. And is that glue or is that water? That looks like water right there, but it's actually glue. Okay, so, and I don't know. There, right there is our La Crosse water sensor, and you can see, or maybe no, you can't see, it's flashing red. But let's get that out from there. Oh yeah, the bottom of it is wet for sure. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, you know, there is some water. I don't know if you can see it. There's some water right there. There's a little pool of water right there where the sensor was sitting. And I don't see.
Do you want some shop towels to stop up the water?
There is some water back there, so it all kind of appears right around the hot water heater. So it looks like if there's any leak, the water just seems to be concentrated right around our Truma hot water heater. There's not a lot of it, but just enough water to activate the sensor, which is exactly the reason we put that in there. We wanted to be notified of a leak before things got out of hand. So I'm gonna turn this off, and I'm gonna dig in there and see if I can find where any water is leaking from. I'll let you know what I find out. Okay, so this is our hot water manifold here, and there was some weepage from this bottom right there, and there was the only water was really concentrated right there where we kept our sensor. I dried everything off. I didn't see anything else leaking, but this supply hose right here looks like it goes back to the kitchen sink. So what I asked Victoria to do was turn this on. Yep, I can feel hot water running through it right now. And now the goal is to see if there's any. Doesn't feel like there's any leaking.
Okay.
So I'm adjusting our water pressure because our water pressure is a little bit high.
What should the water pressure be when it's running?
45, max 50. It's about 45 now. Okay, I have a feeling this could have been a little weeping from the hot water manifold because of the high pressure. So another reason to have an adjustable pressure water valve at your water source. I tuned the pressure down to about 46, 47 pounds. We're going to keep an eye on it. I dried the whole area out, put our water sensor back in its place, and we're going to keep a monitor on the situation. But here's the reason why you have these things, because it warns you ahead of time to avoid a potential issue and notifies you right away when you have some issue. So we'll see what happens.
So, question for you. If we didn't have the water sensor and then just kept going and going, say the next park we went to had high water pressure too, what could have been the result if we didn't know about this?
Well, you wouldn't know about it until either the pipe burst, which could possibly happen. I don't see any signs of stress on the pipe or the fixture, but we'll see. So either you start to see water dripping out of the bottom of your rig, or a pipe burst, and you'll hear that water flowing immediately. So that, that's the other way to get notified if you don't have a water sensor.
Those would be the bad ways to get notified.
Yes, those are the ways you don't want to get notified of an issue. You want to get notified of an issue before you have an issue.
An issue. Okay. Well, cool. I'm glad we have our Crosse weather station water sensors. Woohoo.
Not a sponsored post, by the way.
No, but it should be.
It was the only weather station that we saw that had water sensor availability. The other way to get water sensors is, I believe, the Nest home security system, which is a great system for RVers because it works without having to be connected to the internet, and you don't have to have a monthly plan for it, but that has water sensors as well.